What's up, everyone? Trent here, along with
Julia,
aka Gem Cosplay Australia. We have a cosplayer. I'm not a cosplayer. But anyway, we've just come from a special screening of which new Warner Brothers movie?
Smallfoot.
Smallfoot, the animated film starring Zendaya, Channing Tatum, and LeBron James, surprisingly. What do we think of it? Stay tuned to find out. And as always,
Welcome
to the
Fortress.
Okay, so Smallfoot is the new animation from Warner Brothers Pictures. It is a really interesting movie starring, as we said, Channing Tatum, Zendaya, LeBron James, and it's about a Yeti who thinks he sees a Smallfoot, which is code for a human. What did you think of the movie?
It was a really nice twist on the Yeti kind of myth and legend, where we're seeing it from their point of view. So this movie definitely wasn't on our radar
Not at all.
when we went in. And we've gone in, and it kind of reminded me of old school Disney.
Old school Disney. Don't say the D word when we talk about Warner Brothers.
Not the D word.
Don't say the D.
It was fun.
It was very fun.
It was light-hearted. There were moments where it did have a very strong theme to it, and
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was very strong.
very adult.
Okay, so it was A, it was very adult, and B, it was overtly pretty much chastising religion.
Oh, definitely.
There was really strong, I'm not going to say undertones because they were overtones. It was pretty much saying, don't trust everything you read just because it's written in stone. They had stones that dictated their lifestyle in the Yeti village. Essentially a metaphor for the Bible and other religious books and passages.
But not even that, also laws as well,
Yes.
I found as well, because the concept of these stones was the main chief of the village was able to add to this amazing stone garment.
Stonekeeper.
The stonekeeper, yes, thank you.
Yes.
And as you saw the stonekeepers through history, their coat actually got longer and longer. So they had the ability to add to it. So
And we get this whole conspiracy as to why
Yes.
the Yetis are separated from the small feet. And we do get to see some really good interaction between the Yetis and humans when Migo goes off the mountaintop in search, after he's exiled for going against the stones, and we get some really interesting conspiracy theorists. As you said, there are a lot of connections between what we think in the real world and kind of make-believe. So you got the conspiracy theorists and they're going against the religion and the passages that they've got, the laws that they've got. And anyway, Migo goes down and comes in contact with one of the humans who's an adventurer who does a TV show that is failing, so they're trying to boost ratings by staging
a Yeti.
events. And the Yeti turns to be staged, but turns out to be real, and they form a partnership, and that is played by James Corden, who is the carpool karaoke guy for those playing at home.
And once you recognise that, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, but it was a really, it was even with that, it was a really, really fun movie. There were some really good musical numbers.
And good dance numbers as well.
Yeah, but they weren't overplayed. That's one of the
No.
problems that a lot of animations have, is that they focus too much on musical numbers. There was about 3 or 4 songs that throughout, and they fitted into what was being told in the story. The song particularly where the Stonekeeper, aka
Yes.
LeBron James, comes in, he did really well doing like this kind of nu metal rap.
Yes.
It was fun. It told the story. People were engaged. We were in it with a cinema full of kids. They were into it the entire time, and we were into it.
And
the
we were
entire
into
time.
it as well. That's
Yeah.
it. It's definitely a good enough movie for adults.
Yes.
Yes.
There is that, and it's good when animation can do that, when they have the adult level humor and the adult themes that can keep our attention at our age.
Yes.
Even though we're not old by any means.
No.
30, and have the entertainment value for the young people. It is essentially really good at blending and making money for the movie, which is good. You want that. You want the movie to succeed. But as you said, this was not on our radar at all. I had no intention of seeing it, and I'm actually really glad that we did get to see it.
I am too.
And I'll highly recommend it to anyone who,
Definitely.
especially if you're a fan of other types of animation, such as DreamWorks and Disney animation, Pixar animation. This is very much on par with that. Really good attention to detail. The fur on the Yetis was amazing.
Well, that's what I absolutely loved about this was you didn't pick up on the CGI or the cartooniness of this movie. It allowed for that suspended disbelief. And it was just, like, good. It wasn't too forced. The Yetis all had their own little bit of detail, whether it be, like, their horns or the fur. It kind of
puffy purple fur.
Yeah, it kind of took me back to, like, better than original Sully.
Yes.
Yes, that movement. It was really good. There were so many good one-liners as well that just made so many adults crack up in the theatre. And all the kids kind of go, what?
Yeah, it was good. I had a very good feeling coming out of this movie. It made me feel really good. And 90 minutes duration, it flew by. It felt like all the time was used effectively. And it does possibly set up for another film. And I can see them easily doing another film.
Yep.
But yeah, it's also really good. It's a really good kind of representation of how humans, if an animal or a mythological beast did exist, would be seen as evil.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed it. What would you give it out of 10?
I'd probably give it a solid 8.
Yeah,
I
I'd give it an
really
8 too.
enjoyed.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I'd give it an 8. It's definitely higher than a 7. It's a high.
It's a high.
It's a high movie. But yeah, so that's it from us. I'm Trent.
I'm Julia.
And don't forget to follow our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter handles at Fortress Nerds. They're going around the screen at the moment, and you can listen to us on SoundCloud, Anchor, iTunes, Spotify, any app if you're not able to watch us. And if you are able to watch us, or if you're listening to us, youtube.com/thefortressaus. And yeah, feel free to look at our other videos, like and subscribe to our channel if you like what you see. And until next time, you're watching
The Fortress.